afternoon, everyone. This is Tony from her Homestead Skills, and this is the second installment and final one of my cleaning my McClary's number 9 kettle. If you haven't seen the first video, I'll put a link to it. And actually, there were probably two other ones. One where I found the kettle at the thrift store, and the second one where we decided to use it and found out we couldn't because it was coated in paint. Anyway, this is the installment showing how the process we went through to clean and season it. And it was a lot of work. It was dirty work, but somebody had to do it. I suppose I could have used it as a flower pot, put soil in it and put plants in it, but it wouldn't have worked, and it would have been a shame to use it like that. So anyway, it's done now. I'm very happy with the results, and here's the video showing the process that we went through. I hope you enjoy this. It appears to be peeling off quite nicely. And it is going to take a little bit more work, but we're getting there.
Yeah, and this is just, we just pulled it out. Actually, we turned it off last night, but it ran for 14 hours straight yesterday. And now, as you can see, I can pretty much peel a lot of this paint off just by rubbing on it with my hands.
That's nice. Big chunk just peeled off there.
Yep. I'd say this is working out quite nicely. And it's a lot less work than to heat it and scrape it and all that stuff.
A lot less physical work, and it's probably best for the item itself as well.
Well, yeah, it appears to be pulling just about everything off.
Okay. Wow, and that's just an SOS pad. Stop a minute. So, is the inside going to need to be, I guess the whole thing will need to be put back in again anyway.
It will. It's looks like we're getting about maybe 90 to 95% of the paint on the outside, but we still have some areas that are not, where it didn't come off all that well. Probably has to do with how close we were to the anodes,
Yeah.
the steel plates, and yeah, that's the way it looks, because they were never really all that close to the sides. If we would have used 4 plates,
Oh,
we
Margaret,
could probably cut down on the amount of time we had to put it in the bath.
that's okay. I think it's more brief to get another 2 plates than to just continue as where we're going. Is it taking off on the inside?
We're getting some of it off on the inside, not a ton of it, but
Yeah, I think we'd probably have to hang one of those.
yeah, we're probably getting about 30% on the inside.
You want to throw that pad away? And
No, I want to rinse it off. Yeah. Okay, I think that's about all that's going to come off easily here.
Let's see the inside of that again.
You can see we've lost probably about, looks to like maybe 20 or 30% has come off in here, but it's hard to say because there's so much
Yeah, okay, I'll wash
so
it.
much
We'll wash it
material.
down
Yeah,
and then put it
Like I
back
said.
out again.
like to get it into the sink.
Okay, this is Tony and Mark with another edition of stripping our McClary's kettle. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of flash rust where we pulled it off and cleaned off all the surface paint. So most of the outside is cleaned, but it still has to go back into the bath to clean the inside. So this is the process we're working on now. So Mark is once again setting it up on okay, setting it into the bucket, making sure it's immersed. And this time he's gonna set the plates inside the pot, Mark?
Yes,
Okay.
which should be, yeah, because I should have put that clamp on before it went in. Not the end of the world.
I take it that what can't happen is that the plate can't touch the metal?
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. That'll give us a short circuit, and we could fry the battery charger. I don't know if it'll fry it or not, but we could. Typically, electrical apparatus isn't like short circuits, so.
Everything seems to be working fine, so we're just going to leave this to run for another couple of hours and...
Yeah, we'll leave it for the day.
Okay, leave it for the day and then we'll come back again and give the pot another good scrub. We're quite happy with the results. It does take time. I understand Mark was saying that if we added lye instead of the detergent or a soap item that we added, it would have been a lot faster, but that's okay. I'd rather safe than fast. So
Yes, and we don't have a bunch of lye to dispose of
Yeah.
at the end of the exercise.
yeah. All right, so that's it for now.
This in the sink and rinse it out. See what we've got. Thank you. So we can see that yes, we've gotten some of the material out, but there's still a lot to go. So this guy's going back in. And having the plates on the inside didn't do much to loosen the stuff on the outside, but it loosened up the inside a little.
Okay, turn it on its side. Let's see the inside.
You can see the bottom's mostly clean, I think. Yeah, we're down to the steel and down to the iron and area down there, I think.
Good.
There's still a little bit more to come off the bottom, but looks like we're about 80% of the way through.
Good. Put the lid in the tank the way we had anticipated, and I will try and get that clean with vinegar because it looks pretty good right now.
Do you have cleaning vinegar?
Oh yes.
In that case, yeah, you might try just doing
But I
clean vinegar
understand-
with this. And
I understand it shouldn't be pure cleaning vinegar as well, but
that would be up to you. Okay. Doesn't look bad so far.
what do you think?
It's still not quite ready. Surprisingly enough, let's see what the underside's like. Okay.
You had the plate facing the underside?
Yeah, I had one of the anodes sitting at the bottom of the tank with this suspended over it, so it's taken off, loosened up a lot of material on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you can see, this is all just coming off very easily here.
Want to do a quick rinse or no?
Give me a minute, let me finish
Up to you. I'll turn
going
on-
around once. And some of this is not coming off. Oh, a lot of it came off.
So what's the plan?
I don't have one yet. Give me a minute. I'd say this has to go back in.
Okay.
Give us break.
Okay, well, the lid on my McClary's kettle is cleaned and it's going through its first seasoning, and it is gone from a gray to a lovely starting to turn black color. Okay, I didn't know exactly how that would work, but it seems to be doing that, and we'll probably have to do about 3 seasonings before I'm done with this, and I'm quite happy with the lid. Mark is still not all that thrilled with the way the kettle's going. We've got 99% of it clean, and if we intend to use it, he wants to make it as spotless as possible. So we're still working on the pot. Okay, this lid is looking awesome. It's just come out of the oven, cooling from the first seasoning, and I've just oiled it again, well, Crisco actually, and everything is coming out beautifully. I've just put more Crisco on for the second seasoning and wiping off all the excess. It's funny because it looks black now, but not painted black. Actually, an awful lot of work for this, but I think it's worth it. It's not too often that you come across a vintage piece like this. Now, the pot themselves still has a bit of paint residue that we're trying to take out, and if we're going to use this, you obviously want it as clean as possible and as usable as possible. So yeah, this is going in for the second seasoning, and after all this effort and all this work, it's definitely going to get 3. And it amuses me of how it went from gray metal to black from the first seasoning, and it'll probably get blacker still from the second and the third. We're going to do 3 seasonings on this altogether, and I am absolutely thrilled with the results. Okay, now to get everyone up to speed on my McClary's kettle. As you can see, it's almost as black as it was when it was painted, but it no longer has that shiny painted surface look. And the lid itself has been seasoned 3 times, and I'm done with the lid for now. So the pot itself just came out from its first seasoning, and I have there we go. You see how lovely that is? And that was quite the job to get that clean. As I said, we wanted to make this food worthy. I don't know how much cooking I'll be doing in it, but still you want the ability to do so. So you want it as nice as possible. And one thing we've noticed about this, now this is still a bit on the warm side, but one thing, oh no, it's not so bad now. Very smooth as glass on the inside. Very smooth. Whereas the outside is extremely rough. So it's definite that they've spent most of the time making sure that the inside was as smooth as possible. Now I'm just cleaning off the excess seasoning from the second one that I've just put on here. So. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see how rough the outside is, but seasoning that as well. Okay. We'll wipe off this as much as we possibly can at this point. And it'll go into the oven at 500 degrees for at least an hour, and then we'll do it a 3rd time. And I understand that you put this face down so that nothing puddles on the inside. And here is the bottom. I don't know if you can read the code, but it does have a code. It says number 9 times 589. And the lid as well. Now this is cooler, so I can handle this. The lid is times 590, so 589, 590, and there is a trivet that is missing with this piece. And that also has, either it's 591 or I believe the code is 591, so I've got my eye out to see if I could find the trivet. You never know, and perhaps somebody has an extra one that they might want to sell. But I'm happy with it as complete as what it is right now. Okay, so there it is. It was a lot of work, and I have to thank Mark for all the effort he put into it as well. I mean, we both scrubbed and scrubbed. I'll admit that he did the dirtiest part, but I certainly did a lot of scrubbing myself. So, okay, so top is being put away. Kettle's going back in the oven right now. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is Tony from Her Homestead Skills, and we'll catch you in the next one.